And remember, RG, this is MUT draft mode, so you're going to see some guys playing that not necessarily play for Philly or New York out there on the field. And you're like, that's not possible. Yeah, this is Chritobin's first live event. He is here in the final against the former champ. And Deshaun Watson.
Live event, obviously his first ever live finals with a big crowd in a hectic atmosphere, and you open up the game with a big sack. It'll be interesting to see how Chritobin can respond to that.
Well, he goes up top to Calvin Ridley. One hand grab problem. There's a way to respond.
Yeah, huge play there. If you looked at Drini's defense pre-snap.
Also got a lot of players that were in this tournament, and those that have made live finals before hanging out. Watching these two Titans go at it, and there is a drop by Jordan Reed.
Someone wants to check down underneath, well, let you check down, but your receiver's going to have to pay for it after he makes the catch, and that's what Drini did right there. Made him pay for it and knocked the ball out, 2nd and 10.
Chritobin in those New York Giants uniforms. Here on 2nd and 10, Deshaun Watson, the former Clemson Tiger, will just throw it away.
Come back.
Big 3rd down. As you saw in our earlier featured video, if he doesn't make it here, he will probably go for it on 4th down. Watson and Calvin Ridley will pick up the 1st down.
There's Goons and there's Grizzlies, Scott.
They hand it off to Joe Mixon, and the Grizzlies didn't block for Mixon right there.
He's made over $130,000 playing John Madden football in just the last 2 years, because last year was his first year of eligibility, and he was able to get himself a belt and lost in the Madden Ball Finals. So it's a real treat for the viewer at home. You are blatantly seeing one of the best Madden players in the world on the main stage doing his thing in Drini Joker.
Knocked Kiv out of the tournament for a little bit of revenge, and now Drini in here chasing his 2nd belt.
Drini is the one on the left with the bandana. He's always bandanaed up. Chritobin can't believe it. He actually loses a yard.
Wow.
Here comes a 4th and 2. And the question is, do you get your boot out and take the 3? And he will. Just a little bit of wind in his face. And this one's right. Oh! Hit the back.
The back. That's good.
Went through, hit the bar, and came back out. That's bananas. Still worth 3.
If it hit that front of the crossbar and came forward, it would have been no good. But since it hit the very back thing holding up the crossbar, field goal's good. Oh!
Of course, we're joined by Eric Problem Wright, the guy that's won the most Madden championships. Actually has won this event 3 times.
I haven't got a belt yet, so I am a little bit jealous of that, but you know, I'm here watching and seeing that belt laid out in front of these 2 guys. It definitely gives me that hunger.
I don't care if it was 20 years ago or 20 minutes ago. That check catches the same. 2nd and 7. Carr looking to the outside. Julio can't bring it in.
That's a big hit right there. And number 47, that's Mel Blount, the legend. Remember, we're not playing with the real Giants or real Eagles. This is MUT draft mode, and you get one round in that draft where you get to draft the former NFL legend. Chritobin obviously took the Hall of Famer Mel Blount in that round, and he laid the wood right there, just like he used to do in real life.
3rd and 7. Derek Carr, who somehow gets out of the pocket, and Drini will slide down. That was huge, bro.
Yeah, but you know, these guys are the best of the best, so watching him make that play was big.
Oh, Eckler cuts it, got to the numbers, plants that foot, and gets past midfield to the 46. Long gain.
This is one thing that makes Drini so good, Scott. He can get it done through the air, but he's also one of the best runners in the game. Look at him change direction, as he's shown time and time again throughout this tournament.
That wasn't even a 1-cut. That was just him feathering the turbo button to make sure he had control to turn it upfield. Diabolical. Three to nothing here in the opening quarter of the Madden 19 Challenge. Coming to you live from San Francisco. I want to wish you guys a happy St. Patrick's Day, and more importantly, a safe St. Patrick's Day.
7:34:29.
We appreciate you making Madden 19 a part of your day. Carr rolling out, firing, and T.Y. Problem, no animation.
Yeah, bad break there. T.Y. Hilton unable to get to that ball. If you're Drini, you need that one to be hauled in right there from T.Y. Unfortunately, it's a 3rd and 11 for him.
At the 47-yard line. Needs a bit more to get in field goal range.
Hey, 734. Hey.
I'd say he at least needs to get to the 38 or so. And right up the seam, Cook. That's Dalvin Cook, the running back from Florida State, dropped it. And now what do?
You have to go for this here if you're Drini. You can punt, but being down only 3 here, I think you go for this. Dalvin Cook out of position, that should be noted. You have a running back at receiver who's, never lines up right there, in NFL games, so doesn't haul that one in, and now it's a 4th and 11.
That's one of the differences between traditional football. You mentioned that short game clock. You might only get a handful of possessions, and that's why you gotta go. Carr rolling, looking, and Cook toe taps along the boundary. His first completion is a first down.
And so much high-level stuff right there. We talked about the audibles. You've seen Drini audibling around, doing his best Peyton Manning impression, rolls out, gets his guy open, gets the first down, and does it on 4th down. But we talked about it in 5-minute quarters. These players have to be aggressive on 4th down. As you can see, we're almost done with the first quarter, and Drini's still on his first possession.
Carr and Curley will drop it. That'll stop the clock with just 6 ticks remaining. 1 of 5, problem. Ooh.
Yeah, 1 of 5. Tough start here as far as passing goes. But there was a drop in there and a ball that probably should have been caught more times than not from T.Y. So not too bad from Drini as far as the start goes. We'll see if he can punch this in this first red zone opportunity.
Just want to remind you guys, these are maybe our 2 best in the tournament defensive players. So we knew we'd be hanging out in Struggleville for the majority of the first half. Well, these guys try to figure out how to break the code, and there goes Carr, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. And now we're about to find out. Scott Cole along with you, along with RG and Eric Problem Right, a guy that's won this tournament 3 times. Drini trying to win his 2nd belt here at the challenge. 3rd and 16. Carr looking, scrambling, gotta be careful. And here comes the 4th down, gotta get your boot out.
Yeah, you have to, and Drini with a mistake there, tried to throw it to B, didn't realize he passed the line of scrimmage, got hit, almost fumbled that ball.
Well, we got a tie ball game, 3-3. A little chip shot. A $190,000 prize pool that these guys are going to get a chunk out of. They've already punched their ticket to the Madden Bowl, and Sanders trying to get sticky with it. And he'll take it out to the 29-yard line. What do you expect in this drive, RG?
Well, if you're Chritobin, you don't want to keep settling for 3s. You want to show that you can put together a real prolific drive here against young Drini. And you mentioned that $190,000 prize pool. You got to know that this is the biggest game of your life. This is a $35,000 game of John Madden football right here, Scott, because that's what first place for this tournament would get. It's actually, it's a $10,000 game of Madden football, because both of these competitors have guaranteed themselves $25,000 in prize money already, with the winner of this game walking away with $35,000. So this is a $10,000 game of John Madden football you're seeing at home.
Well, there's only one guy at this desk that's played for that much. It's not you or I, RG, I can tell you that. And White will get to the 35-yard line. Here comes a 3rd and 4.
It's a big play right here.
There's Chritobin, the youngster from Lakeland, Florida. Grew up in NYC. That's why he's rocking the New York Giants.
Come back, come back.
You got to say the football giants around here in San Francisco. Watson swinging outside, and James White will pick up the first down.
Yeah, he ran that high-low on that left side. It's an easy read. There's a corner route and a flat route. All you're looking at is the cornerback. Is he in a hard flat or a cloud flat? You make that read, and in that situation, he backed off and he dumped it down in the flats.
Both these guys have been really good throughout the week, taking what the defense gives them and not turning the ball over. Got to take care of the onion or I'll make you cry. And they've done a great job of that. As Mixon, an open lane, made a man miss, and that'll move the chains.
And we talked about the adjustments at the line of scrimmage, Scott. You saw Chritobin. He comes out in a shotgun set, reads the defense, gets under center, checks down to a run play, gets it to Joe Mixon for a big gain, big first down. Way to manage the offense at the line of scrimmage if you're Chritobin.
So 1st and 10. Here at the 48 now, just past midfield. And Deshaun Watson. The Houston Texan quarterback will go up under center and he'll hand it off to Joe Mixon, and he'll get a few. Boy, good defense on both sides here.
Yeah, great defense so far. We talked about the defense pregame, and both players are bringing it on that side. And we also talked about the time management. You see Chritobin here. He wants to make this the last drive of this first half. We'll see if he can do that.
Yeah, you got to remember, Drini has only had one drive in this game, and we only got 2:36 left in this first half right now. So that just shows you how important these possessions are in competitive Madden.
Deshaun to Calvin Ridley. I told you earlier in the tournament, as a Clemson guy, Deshaun throwing to Calvin Ridley does not sit well with me, but that is a first down.
Richmond.
Ball at the 27-yard line. He might take this to the 2-minute warning, bro.
Yeah.
Chritobin is looking for his first belt in his first live event, and there's a timeout by Drini. He wants the ball back.
Yeah, he wants that ball back. He's going to utilize all 3 timeouts if he has to preserve that time on the game clock. You see 1:57 up there, second quarter. He wants that ball back in his offense's hands.
Well, Drini had to kick 5 field goals yesterday to advance. And we've seen Chritobin kick his fair share of field goals in this mode. And now it's 3rd and 13 after the drop. And a lot of that is, you talk about defensive struggles in MUT draft, that's because you don't have like a Michael Vick and all these 99 ultimate legends running around the field. It gives a real advantage to the defense in this game mode. And sack all the way back at the 39. That might have pushed him out of field goal range.
Yeah, he's right around his range. Depending on this win, we'll see if he can knock this through. It's a big kick in this ball game.
It's going to be close.
A little maybe off the accurate, too. It's going to get blocked, almost blocked.
Right in the kicker. He's up in the kicker.
It should have been blocked, but instead, it's an automatic first down.
Wow.
And that'll push the ball to the 24-yard line. And Drini is sick.
It's the biggest play of the game thus far. It should have been blocked. Drini, it's all on his user at that point. He missed the block, turns into a roughing the kicker and a first down for Chritobin. And Chritobin could run this clock. Remember, Drini already used 2 timeouts in this half. Look for Chritobin to work that clock and make this the last drive of the first half.
Gives Chritobin the huge first down. And Chritobin looking to get 7 while he continues to milk this clock and keep the ball out of Drini's hands. That was huge. Good news for Drini is he has no timeouts left. So if Chritobin picks up this first down, he's going to be able to continue to milk this clock right here.
So 1st and 10 from the 12. Chritobin still has all 3 timeouts. And he'll go back to Joe Mixon. And Mixon just carrying defenders to the 6-yard line. Back to Mixon, and this time he'll pick up the first down, but now clock is becoming a factor with 17 seconds. He'll stop it. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Get ready for the QB sneak.
Yep, QB sneak probably coming up. He got hit stick earlier and did fumble on that QB sneak, so we'll see if he does it against Drini. That hit stick earlier was against Boogs in the Final Four. We'll see if he goes back to it in the finals.
And Deshaun Watson says, forget about it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Touchdown Deshaun, and more importantly, touchdown Chritobin. He's about to take a 7-point lead, and it was all based on roughing the kicker.
And problem, how much Can you throw your opponent off? When you're Chritobin, you're going up against the defending champion, and then you hold Drini to only having one real possession.
I don't expect it from Drini, but a lot of people try to force the ball downfield. I don't expect him to do that, but we will see how this last 16 pans out.
Yeah, it might be worth taking a knee right here, Scott.
Yeah, it might be. You might want to get into the locker room right now. 15-play, 69-yard drive, taking up a majority of the quarter. And now we'll see what Drini elects to do here, trailing by a touchdown. A lot of bad things can happen right now if you're Drini.
Yeah, it can. You need everything to go right to get a field goal. This is really risky play to pass the ball here. But we all do this. We all try to get it, especially being on tilt, only one possession.
Carr buying time. You got B if you want him. He does. Gurley, see if he gets out of bounds, and he will.
Cannot do that again if you're Chritobin.
I was told there would be no math, but you're right. About 20 yards to get into field goal range.
Go. Get set. You got 56 there.
Carr once again is in the gun here for Drini, trying to get some points before the half. A was open. He'll wait and throw it to X, but he can't get out of bounds. That's a fumble!
Get up.
And Hill will go out of bounds, can't get back up. That was awkward, but nevertheless, all is said and done. We got a 10-3 here at the half. The reigning Madden 18 Challenge champion trying to defend his belt. He's going to get the ball first. 1st and 10 at the 25, and there is Cook. Gets away from 1. But a big gain of 0, RG.
Especially with this only being your second possession in the ball game. This is a huge drive for the defending champion, young Drini.
Go. Get set.
2nd and 10. Carr swings it to Cook. And Cook and somehow gets his...
Too much spinning right here from Drini. The spin move can be very effective, but if you get hit right after it, it increases your fumble chance. Very fortunate for Drini that one of his goons was able to run over and dive on that ball, prevent the turnover.
And
he dropped it.
Drop it. He's 3 of 8.
Huge drops have been the story for Drini's offense. They're unable to haul these balls in, and now he faces a 4th and 3 from his own 32 in the second half, down 7. It's going to be a tough spot for Drini here. Needs to convert this.
It's a big 4th and 3, like Problem said. He's backed up on his own 32-yard line. We got ourselves a situation early in the second half, boys.
You ask yourself at home, why doesn't he punt? Because that's the unicorn of Madden. You just never see it due to the short game. And Gurley, sure-handed. That'll give him a fresh set of downs.
With ice in his veins when he need to have it, he had it with a big dot for the first down, because if he got stopped right there, Chritobin's already in field goal range, and then he could just milk clock and make it a 2-possession ball game without having to do pretty much anything. That was a huge first down from Drini Joker.
And RG, for the folks watching at home that don't know a lot of the Madden lingo, why do you call it a dot, my friend?
A dot's something you throw when you find a receiver open in space with no defender around him, or you catch your opponent off guard. So if you get a nice little completion, we call it a dot. For example, Tom Brady throws dots all day in the NFL.
2-yard dots.
Later one. 694.
7-point game.
93.
Hey, whatever works, Scott. Whatever gets you in the ring.
That I'll agree with.
In this case, the
11.
belt.
Carr.
It's good defense.
Buying time. He'll get it to Julio. Almost got away from Khalil Mack. That was wild.
Yeah, broken play. Drini trying to make something happen. He did pick up 2 yards. Could have been even more, but Chritobin with a good tackle after the catch.
734.
Ball at the 39. Opening drive of the second half for Drini, trailing by a touchdown. And Gurley, double spin, out past midfield. Drini's already won well over 100 grand in just his short Madden career. This is just his 7th live event. He's made them all. He has not missed a Madden major in his short career. Carr here on 1st and 10. rolling and just throws it away. Big second down here. Pocket collapsing, and Derek Carr. That's why you go get yourself a Derek Carr. Going to bring up a 3rd and short. And he's starting to pick up the pace a little bit on his play calling.
6:37.
Got to watch the inside zone up the middle or one of these short drag routes coming from the outside.
Carr.
There's the drag.
He
It's
can
covered.
run for it. He can run for it. And
It's
he will.
covered.
And the folks at EA, Electronic Arts,
7:34.
to build a brand new home for Madden football. We finally got a home, RG.
I'm happy about it, Scott, and all this home tells me is that competitive gaming is here to stay. It's going to continue to grow.
Hey, 7:34.
It's really a tradition that you can pass down. Carr. And I know
That would be great to see him one day play this game and try to win a belt. That would be awesome.
what advice would you give him on the play style? You need to tell him to air it out. None of this.
Oh, no!
It's a pick by Chritobin!
Oh, he's still up.
And he's still on his feet.
He's getting icky!
Well, one thing you can tell him is don't throw that pass.
Yeah, that would be some good advice. But what a play for Chritobin here. Going up over the top, picking this ball up. Huge play.
You see the return. Drini can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, if you're Chritobin, you're the underdog. Nobody, forget winning the tournament, nobody even gave you a chance to get out of your group. And now you're here in the championship game, the defending champs back against the wall. You're in complete control. What an opportunity for the young 20-year-old from Tampa, Florida, Christian Lamenzo. He's got his parents at home watching. They got to be going nuts back there in Tampa.
Pick your favorite sports movie. Rudy, Hoosiers. There's a Cinderella story breaking here at the challenge. And trying to force that one in here. Here it comes, 3rd down.
Yeah, I like the play. I like the playmaker. Wasn't really too risky right there. Your receiver's underneath. Unfortunately, he didn't make the catch. 3rd and 7 here for Chritobin. Needs this 1st down.
It's a big play for Drini right here. He needs to get off the field.
Here comes the heat. And Watson.
And you know, Chritobin, that just shows the confidence he has in his defense. And when you talk about defensive statistics, out of all 16 players in this tournament, Chritobin was giving up the 2nd fewest points per game. So he has every right to be confident in that defense. They've gotten him a stop already, forcing the turnover. Can he do it again?
Got a little bit of life here with 22 seconds to go in the quarter.
And props to Drini for getting off the field right there. He needed to do that to keep his tournament life alive. And he was able to like a true professional.
Passing out a belt and 35 grand here in our 3rd stop.
But since it is
He's in Curley. Double spin for the 1st down. Trying to erase that turnover.
Look at that Madden shirt in the crowd. That's a nice shirt right there. Need to get me one of those.
Haven't seen that
Swagging in
one.
the crowd.
Final play of the quarter. Julio falls! And what a way for the quarter to come to a close. And he's in field goal range already to start the quarter.
Oh, no.
Up under center is Deshaun Watson again. Here's 2nd and 3.
This is the defender right there, Scott, that he's going to try to make a play with.
And Mixon will fall forward to the 28.
And if you're Chritobin, this play clock right here, you need to wind that down all the way down to 1 second. You got to be as stingy as you've ever been in your life right here and not give Drini an inch.
3rd and 2. Goal line formation, and Watson, his knee went down, and it's going to be 4th and 1. Got low to the ground there, and his knee touched. He's going to be just shy, and that's going to hold him to 3.
Remember, Drini not going to go for the field goal block right here.
Yeah, interesting decision to not go for the block. and just pretty much allow him a free kick here. Not even going to try to block it and keep it at 7 points.
You got to think that roughing the kicker just messed with his psyche.
That's been the play of the game thus far, and this one is right.
He gives him life!
Chritobin tried to short kick it, the half meter.
Yes,
for accuracy.
So the accuracy doesn't go, fast, and he ends up missing this kick.
Chicago Bears fans turn away. Doink!
No! You can't give a player like Drini Joker this many chances. When you can put him away, you gotta put him away. Drini is too good to let hang around in the game, and now you got him on a huge drive where he can get all the momentum. This is blatantly the most momentum drive of the game. Whoever comes away with the advantageous position and after this drive will have all of the momentum. This is huge.
Well, the crossbar goes full to Kime Mutombo, and it's made it a game here. Carr can get the first down if he wants it, and I don't think he got there. 3rd and inches. I've called a few games.
Little hesitation right there from Drini. If he just took off with Carr from the get-go, he'd be looking at a first down right there. But the hesitation cost him. Now we got a 3rd and inches.
And he'll hand it off to Todd Gurley, and he'll run over Khalil Mack for the first down.
Yeah, Drini moves the chains. 2:40 left in the game. Can Drini get 7 and put all the pressure right back on Chritobin? Chritobin coming off that missed field goal. The first time we've really seen him act like a rookie in this tournament comes at the most costly time.
Boy, he was about to put the game in the fridge with that field goal. No, sir. Wide open's Gurley. Try to catch it twice. And it'll fall harmlessly to the turf, and it'll bring up 2nd down. That could have been disastrous. How many tipped interceptions have we seen?
Looks like the nerves of this championship game getting into virtual Todd Gurley right there a little bit. He had all kinds of room to work had he held on to that ball.
He's made some big catches for Drini in this tourney. Had 2 touchdowns in the semifinal.
Might try to snap this before the 2-minute warning.
And he does. Carr, quick throw, Julio. There's some sure hands.
And remember, when you see Julio Jones in the Eagles uniforms, that's because we're playing in the mud draft mode. They're not playing with the Eagles and Giants teams. Those are just the uniforms. These guys drafted their teams in a draft style mode that you can find in Madden called mud draft. If you're a fantasy football head, that's the mode for you if you go ahead and pick up Madden 19.
Carr. Drini will go to the air again, and there is Julio. That's a lot of space. And they'll mark him out at the 27. Not sure you want to stop the clock there, Prob.
Yeah, I'm not sure at this point what Drini wants to do. Does he want to score quick, give him some time to get a stop on defense, but it also gives time for Chritobin. I'm not sure what Drini's strategy is here. Looks like he's playing a little bit fast, though, judging him going for it before the 2-minute warning, snapping the ball there. So he's willing to play fast.
The wheel route and the one-handed catch. Wow, Julio Jones.
And when the game's on the line, get the ball in the hands of your best players. Drini's best receiver, obvious. Julio Jones, a little one-hand snag, makes a big play. And let's see if he can get into 6.
Carr swings it to T.Y. Hilton, stiff arm. And he'll go down in bounds. That'll keep the clock on the move. 1:20 to go. 2nd and 1's not a bad thing here.
No, not a bad thing. Again, Drini was playing a little bit fast. Chritobin not using his timeouts, not in a rush to get the ball back, it seems. We'll see what Drini decides to do, if he's going to run off this play clock or if he's going to go ahead and snap the ball early.
I know you'd be playing for overtime here, but how diabolical would it be to punch this in and go for 2? Gurley. Oh my, hello.
Who's a hit?
Have you met Khalil Mack?
We've seen those hit sticks cause fumbles right there. Drini fortunate
Look at Chritobin. He clicks onto the defender, flicks up that right stick, gets a user hit stick. And Drini still needs to punch this in. Another big 3rd and 2. It's big play after big play here on the guap drive for Drini.
And this time Gurley will get all the way to the 2. That's where his knee went down. And here comes that second timeout by Chritobin.
Yeah, he's trying to preserve the clock, get that ball back just in case Drini does score. Also trying to keep Drini out the end zone here is his defense.
Gurley, he'll walk in, and now I still think you got a decision to make here. I think he'll kick the extra point.
Yeah, I think you have to kick here. Put the pressure on Chritobin's offense, make him beat you with 48 seconds left in the game.
Especially with all 3 timeouts.
And I'll tell you what, this is baptism by fire for Chritobin. You had this game in the bag. Now all of a sudden you let Drini creep his way back into it. How are you going to respond, the young 20-year-old on the main stage? This is it.
Sanders get hit at the 24. So he's got 44 seconds, 1 timeout, and you got to be really careful here, Problem, to not give Drini a chance to win this thing in regulation.
Yeah, you can't force any throws in there because if you get picked off, the game's going to be over in Drini's favor more times than not. He's going to kick that game-winning field goal. And what we noticed here is Drini went on pass rush aggressive. Will Chritobin fake snap here to start the drive.
We might have to go to some Madden historians. Remember the last time we went to overtime in a title game.
And the clock's ticking. You need to have some sense of urgency if you're Chritobin here. But like Prob said, you also need to be careful and not turn this ball over and let Drini get some points before the end and kick the game-winning field goal.
He'll hand it off to Mixon. And I think Drini's okay right now.
I think Drini's content with taking it to OT, it looks like.
Maybe a stop here. He doesn't want to help Chritobin out at all. 12 seconds now, Watson. And Mixon will drop it, so they'll stop the clock. Here comes 4th down. Oh, special teams. A long return here. Could be everything. Chritobin has been an excellent punter, but we will have a return. Here comes Gurley. This will be the final play of regulation, and we are going to overtime. Wow! Chritobin wins the toss. He will receive. And now Drini's got to lock up on defense. If you're unfamiliar with NFL overtime rules, if Chritobin goes down here and scores a touchdown, it's over. He wins the belt. If he gets a field goal, Drini will have an opportunity to respond.
And we've talked about differences between real-life football games and John Madden football games. One of the things that is the same, Scott, is the overtime rules, like you said. This bad boy right here is completely irrelevant. The only thing that matters is this scoreboard and who's going to be the one, the first one to get points. Can Chritobin score a touchdown and walk away with the belt, or will Drini get the stop?
Well, it's been an instant classic, but the story has yet to be fully written. As Watson now 7 of 14 for 93 yards. Here comes a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, big 3rd and 3. Remember, Drini, I believe, is still on aggressive here with the pass rush. So can Chritobin fake snap, maybe pick up a cheap first down here?
If he doesn't get this first down, he's not in 4-down territory.
Mixon will pick up the first down. And Mixon! Do we have a walk-off? 10, 5, touchdown! Mixon has won it for Chritobin. He is your Madden 19 Challenge champion. He puts the new era cap on. Raise that belt, young man. You are the Madden 19 Challenge champ. In overtime. Wow.
Oh my God.
Chritobin. Let's go to Rico Williams, who's standing by with the champ.
Congratulations, Chritobin. I know that it has to feel good. You missed the field goal, but got the ball back. Take us through the moment.
Oh, man, I was sick when I missed that field goal. I was like, whoa, come on, bro. You cannot miss that. And then he goes and scores, and now we're in overtime. I'm on 3rd down, and then he just strafed up, and I just ran right past him for a touchdown with Joe Mixon, the best player for me.
As you were breaking that run, you're going through there, what was on your mind when you realized, I got this?
I don't know. I just ran. I just said, don't catch me. You know, I'm getting to the end zone.